And when you think about perimenopause and this whole transition, I often have called it for years a second puberty. So we're that much wiser. We all remember puberty. We went through it ourselves. And if we have kids, you've gone through it with your kids more than likely. And so now to go through it in reverse, because we're coming out of all the hormone changes, we're that much better equipped and we're that much stronger. And while absolutely you may have a lot of symptoms, just by understanding, just by taking what you just said, we're taking our power back, we're getting educated, we're making better choices, is the key to this 100%.
Exactly. So perimenopause,
Yeah.
I'm laughing because I have an older sister and she's been like clockwork all of her life with her periods. When she decided she wanted to get pregnant, she said, you know what, I want a baby that's born in April. And her baby was born April 15th. I mean,
Oh my
that was
gosh.
her, right? So she had it all just in line. And about a year ago, she said, Sarah, what's going on? I'm waking up in these sweats.
Yeah.
And I started laughing and I said, oh, it's menopause is happening. And she,
Yes.
she really had no clue. She's not one to go to the doctor even even get the doctor's answer as to what's going on. But it's, what is perimenopause? What is menopause? Let's go through the details.
I find a lot of women didn't know anything about perimenopause. And I'm so glad this is changing because what happens is we say, oh my gosh, I'm more tired. I'm more snappy towards my kids or my partner. I can't sleep. I'm having these joint pains. I'm having, it's pain with sex. And it gets blown off of, well, you've been really stressed lately, or you've been traveling a lot lately, or that's what happens when you're a mom of 3 kids and super busy. And while there's a piece of truth to that, at the same time, our hormones are shifting. So perimenopause is this transitional state that happens on average for 6 to 10 years as we are moving out of our reproductive years, our reproductive decades, towards our postmenopausal decades. And in this transition, it is literally a transition, as somebody described to me. It's like living through a house remodel. So it's going to be great out the other end. But if anyone has lived through any part of a house remodel, either a full house remodel or a bathroom remodel or a kitchen remodel, it's a giant pain. It can be a giant pain. And that's how it can feel. Initially, cycles start to shift. Hormones such as progesterone, such as our estrogens, start to shift. And since we're so reactive to these hormones, I mean, they are integral to who we are as women, we feel that shift and it manifests as symptoms. Now, eventually we'll start skipping periods. Eventually we'll go 12 full months without any period whatsoever. Once you've gone 12 months, on the 12th month, I feel like we should get a crown or a watch, but you're considered menopausal, right? Like, congratulations, you've crossed the threshold. On the 13th month, you're considered postmenopausal, which means you shouldn't get a period again by act of your ovaries. Now, I understand there are a lot of women who go through we have early menopause, maybe they're younger than 45. We have women who've had surgery, so maybe they don't have a uterus and they're like, oh my gosh, I don't bleed. How do I know? You will still go through these transitions if you have your ovaries. And so it just may be a little tougher to figure out based on the whole period aspect of it. We need to update the whole definition as it relates only to your menstrual cycle,
Mhm.
because we know these hormones literally impact all 12 systems of your body. These hormones play just a bigger role in your uterus as it does in your brain, in your bones, in your skin, your eyes, like all these places we didn't think of, your GI tract, your gut. And so by understanding just this transitional period, perimenopause, it helps the light bulb comes on for a lot of women where they go, oh, I'm not crazy. I'm like, no, you're not crazy. You're having all these hormonal shifts as the body is gearing down in that one area to get you to the other side postmenopause.
And I loved what you said that it's the exact opposite of puberty because
Mhm.
watching my girls go through puberty and their menstrual cycles starting up, it's not like clockwork right off the bat when they start,
Yeah.
and their hormones are way, oh my gosh. If you, like my husband and my son were like, get me out of this house. What is going on with my monster sisters or daughters? And I just knew what to do and to stand back, right? But they could be the most loving daughters in the world and then your worst enemy. And they're good people. They're just, you know, these hormones can take over. But
Yes.
when you don't understand that, they take over and even more. But like myself, saying, oh, wait, that's my hormones making me snap, I'm going to actually be more in control of it because I understand, well, maybe I'm overreacting. So I love that you talk about that it's the reversal, and it makes sense
Yeah.
because your body's unwinding something.